All right, what's up, everybody? On deck with Third Eye Cam. Today's date is January 2nd, 2021, and the time is 13:01. Happy New Year. I couldn't do any videos yesterday because it was very cloudy. Now today the sun finally came out. And also I apologize in advance if I'm kind of seem down and out, but I have to continue on my videos. I have an older brother. If he lives, he'll make it to 51, but he keeps going back and forth into the hospital with he's had 3 strokes already, and he was having difficulty breathing today, so he's back in the hospital with difficulty breathing. I'm pretty sure he had COVID. So I mean, it's nothing to be too much pitied for, as far as like just some people when they, I don't know, maybe it seems a little cold to me, but there's a lot of people when they have a family that's dying from something, they try to put the pity on them, and that's always kind of irritated me, so I'm not going to play that card. I shouldn't even be doing this video, but right now this is the only thing that's giving me a peace of mind. I haven't seen my brother in 2.5 years, and you know, he's had a stroke. It was back in October, then over the summertime, and just 2 years ago, COVID hit him. Was it last year? I'm sorry, 2019, 2 years ago. So I'm just putting that out. Now I had a dream about him this morning, so I was with him this morning in the dream, and my family. I'm up in Virginia, they're down in North Carolina. And of course, this COVID's got everybody separated and isolated. So I'm having to be forced to follow the rules. You can't go see folks, can't go see your family, and it really pisses me off. I don't need to be out in the world hanging out with everybody and showing my face, but family is a whole different level. And when they take that away, aside from God, is really nothing to live for. Alright, so again, I apologize. There's a lot of chemtrails flying around all over the place. We'll get to them. Let me see. 1, 2, 3, 4. So far, they're all scattered everywhere. So that tells me that we got asteroids and a lot of anomalies flying around. So we'll get to it and show y'all what's going on. Alright, so right here, you got Mr. Magic Chemtrailer headed towards this anomaly. Got a Mr. Magic Chemtrailer coming up from North Carolina. And by the way, my brother lives in Charlotte, North Carolina. What is this weird looking deal in the sky? Let me see. It's hard to see when the sun is in my face. Anyways, I'll come back to it. There's a chemtrailer right here. And it's just a lot going on. There's a planetoid right here. Let me see. There, you can see the sphere of it. Making it out really well. Yeah. Got an anomaly right here. Of course, this anomaly right here. And you can see the sun right here. I'm trying to see if there's anything intercepting the sun that might look out of sequence. Throw the sun off. Just cause I on my videos, I don't talk about all the downs of the world every day, and I keep it on the sky. I don't mean I don't think about it. I think really in depth. Nowhere near shallow. I just don't put that out there past just my sky recording. Like I said, my Third Eye Cam video was actually supposed to be about a whole different slew of topics. Never was really supposed to be about the sky, but this stuff started coming in, and I had to jump on it. Also, the fact that I'm fascinated with the sky. So this is just probably just one layer of my third eye cam. Eventually, other things will come into fruition. I can tell today's gonna be one of those wild sky days, so my camera's gonna be definitely pointing up at the sky. And also yesterday I had one of my favorite cousins pass away. So this is only the second day of the new year, and my favorite cousin passed away on the 1st. So she made it into 2021 and died from COVID. And then next up is my brother, because this is his 4th time being back in the first time for 2021 being back in the hospital, but last year he was back and forth in the hospital. And it's cause he's, we have these habits. He loves to eat. He's eating the wrong foods. You gotta eat healthy. Trust me, I eat healthy. I make myself eat in small proportions, so I like to eat. But the fact that I was a Marine, we kind of get high strung on our, the way that we're supposed to look, and we want to feel good about ourselves. So the ones of us that still carry that with us, we refrain from eating too much at the table. And I probably would be bigger than what I am, but I broke my leg in 2017, which led to me filming the sky in more depth. Around the time these asteroids started coming in, that looks like a big planet. That's the one I was looking at. That's towards my east. But I want to stay in a decent amount of good shape as best I can. So I eat in small portions and just kind of enjoy what I got. Prior to COVID, I was in the gym, just trying to stay, which is no biggie for me. I can lift weights and blow up real quick. But the whole world has been put to a stop for the moment, and here we are. So something up here by the sun. Looking at how it's changing, and it's got all these chemtrails wisping across it. There's too much chemtrails out here. I would like for my brother to make it, but I don't know. He's been beating himself up lately. And the way people are conducting with this COVID, I'm guessing and surmising their attitudes is like, well, it's almost the end of the world, so I might as well do me and forget the rest. And y'all need to get off that attitude from this point onward. Like, it's all about survival, so get off your little dumb habits. But it's not my call. I can just put it out there. I understand death, as well do we all, but I've seen it firsthand. When you go into combat, death looks different when a lot of people's lives are getting forced out of them, versus the people who get to take it easier and live in a place where they don't have to be forced into any kind of situations like by different people who are scandalous, people coming into your house, busting it in, robbing you. That's a lot of things that went out in the Middle East that went on, and a lot of the world. So you Americans who don't have to commit crimes, you should be very elated, exalted, happy that somebody went to war for this country to keep terrorists out of it, even though the terrorists keep trying. But at the same time, you got to stop being your own terrorist. I run into a lot of people who conduct like terrorists, and automatically my mind flips back to like they deserve death because, okay, example, I'm at work going to, I ride out into the mountains of Virginia a lot, between West Virginia and Virginia, out to Roanoke and Pulaski, and there was this white guy driving his 18-wheeler, bypassing my truck. And he looks at me, and as soon as he goes by, he and I were the only trucks in the vicinity, and he shouts out the N-word. And it burnt me up, but it's just like, these people will never grow. And when I say these people, I mean the people with the attitude. Will never evolve if you gotta stay stuck in that realm, you deserve to go to hell. Like, I don't look at every white person and say mean stuff like cracker or however, those derogatory words, that I really don't try to see that. I don't see it. Everybody keeps making things about race, and you can see the shadow right here of this chemtrail. I've been around the world and I've seen all types of people and people mixed in between. Like, I have friends that are mixed with Filipino and Mexican or Puerto Rican and Ecuadorian or just some extreme. My best roommate, his name is Shangerton, and that's my buddy. That's my dude. He's a lawyer now. He was mixed with French and Japanese. His mama's Japanese and his daddy's French. And I love the guy to death. Even to this day, we picked on him a lot because he was kind of like the Asian Urkel. But he was the most intelligent, quietest, toughest Marine I'd ever met. You could talk junk to him and he'd beat the crap out of you because he knew his martial arts. Love that guy. You see it, Sundog. So I met a lot of astounding people, and my family members are very astounding. So, and I try to see the good in everybody. Now, when you bring the bad out and you make it hard for me to function, or you try to give me a rough day, as a chemtrailer, then I think you deserve a good little ass whip. Like, I honestly love everybody, and that don't make me a wuss. I'm one of the freaking doggone biggest patriots that ever walked on this land because I went to war and I volunteered. I didn't, nobody had to make me, I didn't have to go because I was like running from the law or running from this or running from that. I went because I wanted to become something disciplined, so that way nobody could cross me up and say, you a piece of shit. If they say it this day, it's because they're picking, because I'm very thorough with a lot of things I do. Anything that I set my mind upon, I'm very thorough. I learned from the best and the worst Marines that I dealt with. Not to be like this guy, be like that guy. It's not an act, it's just what I, desired. But it is what it was. I'll tell you what, we're gonna take a break, because I know later on today is gonna get crazy. So I'm just kind of seeing it coming in. These guys are running in the head of the chaos, and it's coming up from South America. I can usually tell, I've been looking at this so much, you can tell when the action is coming up from South America. And us looking at the sky is one thing, but me saying I got a lot to say, but I don't really want to put it out right now because today's just gonna be a rough one. Like, I don't even know if my brother's gonna make it throughout the day, the week, or the month. If he's having difficulty breathing, I'm expecting the worst, just because you get on the news and you hear so many people talking about it. And then I listen to my radio a lot. Kind of just listen to the police traffic and information and ambulance and the fire department all on their frequencies, because my job when I was in the Marines was communications. So that's something I find very easy to do. There's a triangle in the sky right there. But yeah, kind of listen to it, and this is a new year, and God is here. I put it like this: if you don't believe God is here, you got COVID, you got all these asteroids converging upon the earth. We're seeing alien ships. We're seeing our government go crazy. Our freaking persons in the White House are not being fair. The system is collapsing. There are racial wars. There are wars around the world. This is the end of the world, y'all, as what we used to know. Now it's going to turn into something else, but along the way, unfortunately, we're going to lose a lot of people. And I've always known this. My father prepared me for death a long time ago when I was in I think probably 10 or 12. He was in the army. He went to the Saudi Arabian war. And he always prepared me for, the outcome of death. And then, it was reinforcing me being a Marine and other things in between there. I've seen people in my hood die, best friends that I was playing basketball with. Next day they're dead. A lot of us go through this, but it's always the hardest when it's family. And then what makes it worse is when you don't get to see family, and then all of a sudden you know that they're dying, and you can't even go see them. That's what pisses me off about this deal. Brother's in the hospital. I can't even drive 3 hours to go see him, and which wouldn't bother me. I drive a truck 5 days a week. It doesn't bother me. But I can't even go see my family because of this stupid ass COVID. But yeah, we'll take a break. We'll be back. Third Eye Cam, poof.